Bear with me, man, but welcome back to the Trimless FC YouTube channel. It's your boy, KLS. The hottest topics back. They put me in your GC and get everyone talking back. Bro, I can't lie. I'm just sorting my microphone out. I went live without checking. And we are... There we go. We should be back. Okay, welcome back, people. It's been a while since I've done these solo videos. I know it's a bit early today. And whatnot. But, man, I just thought I'd hop on... pause. I just thought I'd hop on YouTube, give you all a little video, because I can't lie, man, I don't think you're getting a pod till the Prem's back. I don't think man are committed enough to talk about international football. And can we blame them? Man, you've read the title, the current form of English football. I thought I'd come and share some thoughts. I thought I'd just talk, man. What's been going off? So, man, make sure to lock in, make sure to leave a like, subscribe. And just like more Arsenal said, man, it's free. Help a small child like us out. Man, if you want professional beats, make sure to check out bayg.co.uk. They do professional beats, professional mastering, professional mixturing. And if you are a hungry guy, see me, I eat tea and then I get hungry again. Man, if you're a hungry type of guy and you like curry and you're in the black country, make sure to check out the ChilledCurryCompany in Kingswinford. Link is also in the description. It's absolutely beautiful. You should try it. But, man, I'm not here to talk about the current form of English football. Man, I keep it a buck. This has been absolutely wild. We'll hide this as of right now. That's for another video. But, again, I don't think we'll do. But the idea is there, and it's there if we need it. So, ever so quickly, as I create a banner, we'll talk about what I want to talk about. Sorry, I'll explain to you what I want to talk about. England. This is what I want to talk about right here. Man, let's talk about England. Man, we're going to cover England. We're going to cover Premier League. We're going to cover, Premier League. We're going to cover transfers. We're going to big news, new managers, new offspring coming in. But we're going to start off with England because, man, as of right now, all I'm going to say is, if you think England are going to do well in this World Cup, you're smoking food. And I'm going to debrief it all. So obviously, man, we all watched the game yesterday against Japan. We all watched the game against Uruguay. Look, I'm not saying these are easy teams we're coming up against by any means necessary, but these are very beatable teams for the team we have. So obviously, we'll talk about Japan. I think it's embarrassing. I think it's more embarrassing than when United had Amarim. I think it's more embarrassing than Tottenham's situation. I think it's more embarrassing than quite a lot of things many other fan bases would complain about. And I'll explain to you why it's embarrassing. You might think, but KLS, nothing's more embarrassing than what's happening at Tottenham. Maybe not. But KLS, maybe... This is all I've got to say. We go to Japan, and again, man, I'll say it again, and I'll say it louder. Japan are very well. They do very well in the World Cup every year. Same as South Korea. They do very well. They've got a very nice, constructed team. And I'm not going to discredit that or dispute that. It's absolutely fantastic. You've got man in the middle. We have options where we can play a Declan Rice. Wasn't playing a Saka. I don't think he's even in the England squad no more. And I hope the PFA are going to get into that for all the Arsenal man that have the injured, the bruised elbows, and back to England we go. Do you know what I mean? But I mean, man, we'll talk about the starting lineup. I mean, Pickford and net over Trafford. I mean, that in itself, could you even tell a difference between the keeper? Ben White, Konsa, Mark Gahey, Nico O'Reilly, Kobe Mainu, Elliot Anderson, Morgan Rogers, Cole Palmer, Anthony Gordon, and Philip Foden. And really, against Japan, where ironically, you probably know Ito, Nakamura, Miyatoma, Kamada, Doan from Freiburg, Suzuki. They're not massive names. Like, when was the last time Miyatoma did it in the Prem? You know? I think it's embarrassing. A team of that nature compared to a team of our nature, where Japan have reluctantly sitting back and letting us attack because they know we can't do anything. Let that simmer. Let that simmer. Japan sat back. Amanda, again, for new viewers, I'm not disputing how good they are in the World Cup. I'm not disputing how well they do against teams like I can't remember who they play. I'm thinking of South Korea. But even South Korea are posh. Even South Korea, when they beat Germany, when they go on to get into the semis or the quarters, they're very well constructed teams. They're very well managed teams. But when you go firepower for firepower, when you go team for team, player for player, we should be slapping them. And I added a little interesting comment into my group chat, the Project Prem group chat. And if you want to join up, the link is in the bio. You'll see our, not the link, sorry. You'll see mine, myself, KLS. You'll see Trimless. If you want to get involved, if you want to brag about your football team, give us a message and we'll add you into our group chat so you can join the prod every Tuesday, 9 p.m., 10 p.m. on game days. But my biggest concern is, again, if you go player for player, if you go manager for manager, slumping. And I put a little message in the group chat earlier on. I thought I'd get some replies. I thought I'd read out what I put in the message real quick. And then we'll discuss. I won't be baiting any names out, but I thought, good, nice little convo. Let's get into it. So I woke up this morning and I thought, do you know what, Mandem? I'm going to speak my truth. I'm not going to be, I'm British. I live in England. We're winning the World Cup. I think that's absolute buffoonery, tomfoolery, and numery. I put in the group chat today, England are nothing more than a group stage team. And that's genuinely how I feel. Against Uruguay, against Japan, I think we are pathetic. We are a joke. We're useless. We've got no product. We've got no creativity. We've got a manager, and I will preface, a manager that played Philip Foden up front. He can't do it in his own position, so you whack him up front. You've got Anthony Gordon, that's a pen merchant. You've got Cole Palmer, who's selfish. You've got Morgan Rogers, who's preferably better on the left, so you plonk him right. You've got a youngster in Nico Williams who are fucking poor. And before man jump onto me, pause. But before man jump onto me and go, but KLS, bro, he's young. You can't be getting onto YGs in England. If that's a concern for you that people are going to go into him, don't start him for England. Simple as that. If you're gonna watch interviews or watch podcasts where they say a YG in the England squad and you're gonna not belittle him but be a bit crucial, you shouldn't be playing him in the first place. It's simple as that. Absolutely simple as that. But who can you play left back? Lewis Hall. Livramento can do a job there. Mandem is not our last resort. Do you know what I'm saying? So I don't want to hear any of that. But you can't go on a Nico Williams. He's so young. Don't play him then. If you think it's such a concern about the criticism he's going to get playing for England in the World Euros, I can stretch out for the World Cup. If you think him getting criticism's tough, don't fucking play him. Simple as that. If you think he's not capable enough to receive and understand and actually take criticism, what do you mean he's going to hop into the England team in the World Cup and go, yeah, I expect at least 8 out of 10. You're smoking ganj. So yeah, I put this in the group chat. England are nothing more than a group stage team. I thought, let's get a little reaction. I won't name who, got a reply. Wrong. Because last 4 tournaments, they have been in 2 semis and 2 finals. So, The last semi we got to was in the Euro 2024 against Netherlands, who we scraped past. And look, man, then we can be nostalgia merchants. You know, we can pretend, oh, but the memories of that Euros. No, yeah, it wasn't. We were getting bullied. I genuinely think we got bullied that game. How we won that game. And to be fair, we shouldn't be. A 91st minute goal by Ollie Watkins. I mean, it doesn't scream you've got the best midfield, possibly one of the best midfielders in the world, possibly the second best midfield. Not my opinion, but what people would say in Jude Bellingham, Declan Rice, Morgan Rogers, who people actively sit and go, if someone wants to buy Morgan Rogers, that's 150 million. Is it? Fuck. Get fucked. You've got Cole Palmer. You've got Harry Kane. You've got, even at a push, Maguire. I'm not saying Maguire's absolutely 10-10 spectacular, but for England, he's very well. John Stones, the general John Stones. Even at a push, probably one of the best centre-backs when it comes to international games, especially for England. I mean, at a push, we're Kyle Walker at least. Pickford were outstanding. And you're scraping past Netherlands. Like, Mandem. And again, Mandem, you can jump onto me and go, but the nostalgia, man. The nostalgia, the Robben, the Van Persie. We wasn't playing them. Let nostalgia leave your head just for a minute. Stop putting agendas because it's Netherlands and they used to be good. We wasn't playing Johan Cruyff. We was playing a young Xerxes. Do you know what I mean? We played Xavi Simons. We've seen him at Tottenham. When it matters, or when it comes to playing in big games and when it comes to actually performing at the highest level, we've seen he can't do that. Who did they even have in that? You had a Nathan Ake playing in defence who hasn't really played a game. Yeah, you can make an argument for Van Dijk. Van de Ven wasn't even that good at that point. Oh, but Frankie de Jong, because he's not overrated. Do you know what I mean? Mandem, let nostalgia just leave your mindset for a minute and just think. Look, think of that Netherlands team. Think of that Netherlands team. We'll see if we can get the lineups. Actually, here we are. Verbruggen in net, Dumfries, who to be fair was decent that year. Reinders, Donyell Marlin, like Memphis Depay, Gakpo, like. Do you know what I mean? And this is the England squad. Gay Stones, Kyle Walker, Jordan Pickford, Mainu, Saka, Rice, Trippier, Bellingham, Foden, Kane. And we won 2-1. Pixie, what are you telling me? Thank you for joining in. But you can't be proud of that. Scraping past them. We had to score in the 91st minute. So when people say, but we've been in finals, what was our other semi-final? Surely, obviously, yeah, you could argue France, where, again, Kane scuffed it because he can't perform in big moments. But what was the last one? Croatia. In the World Cup before we got knocked out by France, the World Cup after in 2018. Croatia. Like... I know you could probably make an argument and go, but Croatia at the time, what do you mean at the time? Our team at the time. Like, it's not a conversation. It's simply not a conversation. So yeah, and I don't know. To me, that whole comment, just to me, it's just nothing but absolute bollocks. Wrong, because the last 4 tournaments, they have been in 2 semis and 2 finals, and we've still lost. Name a footballer for an edit. I'm trying to think of a rogue one. Ricky Lambert. Give me Ricky Lambert. But moving on. Yeah, obviously I explained to him. I just don't think blah, blah, blah. And this is what really caught my attention. This is what really made me think, hold on. So, obviously, drawing 1-0 to Uruguay. losing to Japan. He thought it was a bright comment to say, oh, but that means nothing, bro. It's only friendlies. We'll get onto that as well, by the way. It's only friendlies. We'll get onto that. It's okay because Spain drew with Egypt. What? You're gonna brush aside England losing to Japan and say, but it's okay because Spain drew to Egypt? I understand what he's saying. He's making a point of how it's not that serious. But what does Spain have to prove? They just won the Euros. They've got nothing to prove. If I can, Spain versus Egypt. I will get the team up just to amend them. Just for people who are new, we will talk over the Premier League as well after the England run. Let's see if we can find this lineup. They probably didn't even set up to win. I mean, they're drier in that. Grimaldo, Porro, Mosquera, get fucked. What do you mean it's okay? Spain drew. Carlos Soler. When was the last time you heard of him? Dean Huijsen, Christian Mosquera, Porro, Grimaldo. It's okay, but they drew. They're gonna. They've equally all got about 4 legs between them, apart from Mosquera. Pablo Fornals. Barentexia. Victor Munoz. And that's not even a Munoz from Palace. Jeremy Pino. Broja Iglesias. But it's okay because Spain drew it. What? They clearly didn't even set out to win. So, which leads me to my other point of, but it's only friendlies. But again, Spain don't have anything to prove. They could probably lose that game. They've still got nothing to prove at all. Whether that was a game where if they win, they go to the World Cup or whatnot, just like the Italian one with Bosnia. Maybe not. I'm not too sure. I'm not that clued up. But when you sit and say, oh, but it's only friendlies. Again, Spain don't have anything to prove. We've got everything to prove. You've named it there. We've got to 2 semis and 2 finals and 1 fuck all. 1 absolutely fuck all. So we've got everything to prove. So the argument of, but it's only a friendly, we need that momentum. Fucking hell, man. We need it. We need that momentum to go into the World Cup. We're now going into the World Cup probably with a loss behind our back. We've lost to Japan. Confidence. Absolute confidence. Like, we'll forget when people want to say, it's only a friendly. Oh, what do you mean it's only a friendly? We can't produce anything. Fuck what the game was. Forget it's a friendly. Let's pretend it's nothing and just a normal football game. The matter of the fact is, there's no production in that team. There's not a single bit of creativity. The manager, I don't give a fuck. I never wanted him in the first place. And the exact same reason I don't want him at United. So if United were actually to go for him before his contract were done, I'm done. I didn't want him, bruv. We've got a manager that doesn't have a clue. He played Phil Foden up front. He can't even do it in his own position. Never mind playing him out of position. Again, we'll go through the team again. Nico Riley. I mean, it's probably Tuchel probably thought he'd do decent because how he played at Man City. He was poor. I thought he played for a lot longer than he should have. You know, Rodgers on the right. I know we can play on the right, but isn't his best position on the left or centre? I mean, you've got Palmer that doesn't want to pass. You've got Palmer that just wants to run through the old defence and not get anywhere. He keeps bringing on Jared Bowen that wants to dribble, man, and doesn't want to cross and then gets tackled and then goes, oh, what do you mean? Oh, it's you. You're the issue. You've got Rashford, and a point I do want to get onto, so we'll forget Rashford just for a second. You've got Madueke that doesn't want to pass, can't control his own speed, too quick for his own boots, can't. Do you know what I mean? You've got players like Elliot Anderson who were decent, but not that great. You've got Mainu, who, again, I've said it for months, he's not the player the Man United fans have made out that he should be starting every week. As he fuck, since the City game, he's been awful. And even now, he's still awful. He was pretty decent against Japan. But it's not enough, unfortunately. When you're going to be playing in that in that park of play, especially in the way England play, the same way when we was in the Euros not too long ago and was coming up against Denmark. How important Declan Rice and Calvin Phillips was to that team. By the position they play, it's important. You need to do better than that, Kobe. You have to. You need to. Ben White, right back. Why is he on the plane? I don't get it. Ben White actively doesn't want to play for England and wants to get a spray tan to show off to his fucking Essex friends. Like, why? The fact he's even on the plane's obscure. Starting him is mental. You've got Concert, who's been awful for Aston Villa. Gay, he did all right. How that goal for Japan even went in? I thought that was an easy save. People might disagree, but I think I could have saved that. I just don't, especially for the play. And people might go, but the style of ball. It's Jordan Pickford for England we're talking about. It's not Jordan Pickford that plays for Everton. This is him for England. What was it? 15 games without conceding. And you're telling me he couldn't have saved that? What are we doing? I mean, let's look at the subs a second. Let's look at the subs. Hold on, Japan. Sagawa, didn't even start him. You've got Tatanka, didn't even start him. But my manager wants to bring on Dan Burn. Solanke, Bowen. What are we doing? When we've got Jude Bellingham on the bench, Harvey Barnes, who I think could do better than Anthony Gordon. What are we doing? And back onto Rashford. We'll bring Rashford back into play. I think the manager, he takes every best attribute from our players and he takes them off them. I thought against Uruguay, Rashford, fuck me, he was shit. And you know why? Because he's not allowed to be that electric player. Southgate let him be. It wasn't that electric player. Fuck it, Roy Hodgson had when he started coming out. I'm joking, no, not really. But do you know what I mean? The whole time Southgate had him, whenever Rashford played, it was fucking electric. With Tuchel, he doesn't know whether to pass or come. Do you know what I mean? And come, I mean C-U-M. Genuinely. You see Cole Palmer and you think one of your best attributes is the way you pass and how you dribble. And you're not even that good at it then no more. You know, you've got Gay is probably arguably our best English centre-back we've got at the moment. And you're just doing all right. Pickford's he's not had much. Obviously, again, I do think he should have saved that shot. The fact he's allowed Ben White on the pitch is fucking obscure. Never mind on the plane. I'm not bought in on the manager. I think the way he plays is very slow. I don't see why he don't play the way he played with PSG, with Chelsea in that Champions League winning side. Why don't he do that? Why is he coming to England? This manager, tactically proven, absolutely fantastic. He did the unthinkable and won the Premier League with Chelsea. That at the time had Tammy Abraham and Olivier Giroud up top. They just got rid of Hazard, possibly the best player they've had in years. You can argue Kante, but like you're not rating a CDM the same way you're rating a left winger. So let's be real. A newcomer, Reece James, Eduardo Mendy, and you want to come and play. You want to manage England. Sorry, I'm stuttering. I'm just frustrated. You want to manage England and play exactly how Southgate did. And if anything, you're playing like Southgate did. How CDM, centre-back, right-back, CDM, right-back, centre-back, CDM, right-back, centre-back, right-back, centre-back. The whole 90 with less creativity. There's not a fucking product on that pitch. There's not a single project. Every Tuesday, 9 p.m., 10 p.m. on game days. But my point stands. It's like going into a restaurant with no menu, with no appetite. There's nothing there. These players don't want to play. They're playing like the fucking strangers. But it's all right, because when the YouTube video comes out of the English camp, they've all got, fucking like this. You've got John Stones fucking on barbecue. On the pitch, don't want to do fuck all. It's unbelievable, man. Damn. That's my rant on England. I think if you honestly, genuinely believe we're gonna do well this World Cup, you're smoking crack. Unfortunately, I genuinely do. To me, I don't see it. Maybe I'm the bearer of bad news, but other than that, man, damn, look, we're gonna get on to the next one. I'm just writing it up right now. English. Oh fuck! Boom. We do this, man. Damn, next subject. This I'm very, very strong. I thought about this when I woke up. English football is fucking doomed. It's absolutely doomed. I think so. I thought about it, and again, this does correlate onto how England play. I think, like, it might be a mad shout to say, but the way the Premier League is at the moment, I'm starting to genuinely think England team just hate each other. Never mind, hate themselves. They don't even want to play for the badge. Do you know what I mean? I mean, Mandam, I've got no pictures for you, unfortunately, today, Mandam. But this is what I want to. This is what I want to say about English football. We're on such a pivot of decline in actual football than ever before. Ever before. And I want to read you out the current the current tables for the English Premier League and the Championship. Because obviously some man them they haven't got a clue what goes off below when pause. Luckily for enough, I do. So I'll bring you this content, man. Damn. You've got Arsenal at the top of the table, playing the worst style of football, and they're beating everyone. Pause. The 9 points, clear a City. Man, damn. A couple months back, I made a video when Amrin got sacked saying, if you think we're getting European football this year, you're smoking food. I told you, man, to get a job. We're third. Never mind that, man, damn. We're third. And we're 6 points off second. 2 wins and we're second. Why is football, especially in England, declined so much? You got Aston Villa, fourth. Liverpool, 5th. Chelsea, 6th. You've got teams like Sunderland at 11th, which, to be fair, they've had a decent season. But I think the same with Forest last season. I don't think it's the players specifically, other than maybe like Granit Xhaka, Roves, Mukelele. I think the rest of the players, it's built purely and nothing more on how the squad itself ran. I think that style of play benefits them players perfectly. And it's not a jab. I think it's fantastic. Players can actually, get to that sort of level, being at not a small club, but you know what I mean. Whereas, obviously, you've got Newcastle at 12th. Like, you've got Tottenham 17th. 17th. And man, then want to sit and say, the Premier League this year is more competitive. Is it? Fuck. How can you say it's more competitive? You've got Chelsea that lose every weekend. They've just got battered 8-2 by PSG. They're losing to teams like Newcastle that then get slumped by Sunderland. You've got Tottenham that can't string a sentence, never mind a pass. You've got Forest. You've got West Ham in the near enough relegation. Well, West Ham are relegation, but you've got them in virtually relegation. But yet, they'll come and play Brighton or Fulham and they'll win. And it's like, I just think the passion itself, I've said this for many a years now, Mandem, if Arsenal win the league, if they win the league, they're the worst champions. They're the worst. And, a couple of months back, I would have sat here on the podcast and I would have said to Trimless, I would have said to Big C, I would have said to DC, I would have said to Jams, you're the worst champions and you've ruined football. Let's acknowledge this a second. You're the worst champions, you've ruined football. A couple of months ago, I would have said that. Now it's a case of They started it, and every other team is fueling it. Every other team's starting to play like them. Every other team's playing for corners. Every other team only scores corners. Every other team, like, we're looking at teams like maybe like a Fulham. Maybe looking at teams like, we'll go into the Championship as well. Championship, Hull, they've started doing it. West Brom, they've started doing it. Do you know what I mean? Leicester at a push, they do it sometimes. So is that what English football is now? Just copy who's top of the table. And I know it seems like a cheat code, and it seems well, why wouldn't you? Well, in the long run, it will ruin football. Everyone will stop watching English football. Not everyone, of course, but a lot of people will stop watching because it's just boring. No one wants to watch 2 hours of just boring. You're gonna lose revenue because less people are watching. Channels like Sky, obviously they'll always fund, but other channels that like do part that they won't want to do it with them because they think, well, no one's gonna watch it. Is that what we're doing now? English football, is that what we're doing now? You've got United 6 points behind City, 2 wins away. If Man City lose 2 and we win 2, next 2 games, if City lose to Arsenal and whoever they've got next, and we win our next 2, we're second. A couple months ago, dude, we didn't know if we were getting European football. Never mind second. Like, Mandem, it's actually possible. Mandem, put yourself in a perspective. We're actually, there's more odds of us coming second than City winning the league. And is that what English football is now? People might say, English football, Premier League at the moment, it's the most competitive it's ever been. They say it's got worse, but this is probably the best Prem we've had in years. Said Arsenal fans. Like, do you know what I mean? There's no way you can sit there and go, but the Prem this year, fucking hell. You just don't know who's going to win. What? And you want that. And you actually you want that. You don't want teams like a Brentford, like a Fulham, like an Everton that might not win every game, but when they do, it's special. I know football's not necessarily for that moment, and maybe I'm looking at it from an entertaining standpoint, but playing like them. Like, man, at this point, it's not even Arsenal's fault anymore. There's got to be a standpoint where Arsenal have to do it because other teams are doing it. And that's probably why they've had to resort to doing it. I think the only teams that don't really do it is United, City, and Newcastle. If we've got to be honest, I think Chelsea sometimes play for corners. And the way they play sometimes. Let's go into the Championship, man, then, for all my Championship viewers. Coventry, top of the table. Middlesbrough, second. Millwall, fourth. Hull. Like, you'd expect Southampton to be top 5. They're 6th. You've got Derby County 10th, Wrexham 7th. I know people want to come and spunk and jizz over, but the dream, they've bought a club and they've made it all the way, blah, blah, blah. You don't want Wrexham in the Prem. You know they'd go straight down. And if we're talking specifically, if you actually watch Wrexham, they're not actually that good. 6th. Sorry, not 6th, 7th. You've got Watford 9th. Birmingham 11th. We've got West Brom 20th. Fuck that off for a second. Leicester's in relegation zone. Leicester have 39 points out of a possible 80. Not 80, sorry. But that's the difference between top of the table and Leicester. Leicester's fucked. When they've still got names like Harry Winks still there, he's probably on about 80 or 100k a week already. It's going to kill him. We're talking about, again, West Brom 20th. Sheffield United 17th. Stoke 15th. Man, damn. I genuinely, I mean this. I think English football, I think we're fucked. All jokes aside, I think we're fucked. Like, from a standpoint, you think Arsenal winning the league, it's different. But at what cost? Do you know what I mean? When everyone's copying at Arsenal, again, I'll repeat myself. A couple months ago, I said Arsenal ruined football. Now it's a case of Arsenal started it, every other team's lighting that fire. Genuinely. And again, like, you got Spurs. Never mind string a sentence, I can't string a pass. I genuinely think English football's doomed. Give it the next couple of years, it'll be dead. Not completely, of course. So let's not take it over the mark. But I just think, give it a couple of years and it'll be like football and that. Man, I'm in your boy KLS. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe. I might try and come back at some point. What day is it today? I might try and come back Friday. But we'll see. But man, up until then, been your boy KLS. Thank you all for tuning in. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe. And have a blessed week, man, then.